thing. I'm sorry. This memory just like came through my brain like a freight train. Do you remember Dylan's bachelor party in like outside of Joshua Tree? I don't remember the name of where the place, but we went to that place that was like a sound bath that was on some like alien spaceship.
Oh my God, yes. And it had like what was the structure we were in?
It was like a yurty kind of a thing, maybe an elevated yurt that was supposed to be over some like magnetic core.
There was a
alien
vortex.
activity.
We were in a vortex.
Yes.
No, there was we have to do some research. Our research department has to get on it. But there's a place in Joshua Tree where there's some structure that I feel like it's a hybrid between like again, this is a vague memory, so I'm just kind of putting it together in my mind. I don't know if it's based in reality, but like a yurt, but like a water tower melded or something, some sort of elevated, massive structure that we like got into the bowels of.
We went up a ladder.
Yeah,
to get into it.
And inside was just this massive, what I would imagine is like a water tower, but if someone renovated it and like beautiful teak wood.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
so go on. Sorry.
And oh God, it was like, I just remember the things that stood out to me most were we were all lying down on like pads or blankets or yoga mats or something. And we were obviously forbidden from making any noise.
It was a sound bath. We were there for a sound bath.
It was this, yeah. So they were taking, and it was like different frequencies or different tones were supposed to make you respond or feel or think certain things.
Pause for a moment.
Uh-huh.
This is another word that to me just
It's the nail on the head.
It's similar to toxin. What is a frequency?
Well, there is radio frequency.
Right. But
That's
like
the thing.
all these people, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You hear it in wellness and you want to just make the person pause. What is it? What is frequency?
Yeah.
What are you saying to me?
Right.
Like all these like
explain it to me like I'm a third
vague
grader.
terms that are like sort of like offshoots of the word energy. It's like what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, sorry. But anyway, they were talking about that.
Yeah. And so I was trying to, through the experience, piece together what I should have been feeling. But my memory is it was like a 90-minute, it was a long time.
Yeah, we were bathing in that sound.
We were fully bathing.
I will say also just one thing. There was some sort of yarn that was told to us about how this was like some sort of sacred ground where it was, again, about energy fields, vortexes, frequencies. All those words were jumbled together into word salad. But basically, the message we were told was that this ground was special because like signals couldn't come in and scientists like couldn't figure it out. And like there was some sort of right? Like Area 51 element to it.
Yes. There was some like metaphysical event. Mm-hmm. There was, I think like UFOs were mentioned even. It was like one of only 3 places in the U.S. where like UFOs have been logged. So yeah, I think we were all like waiting to see some green aliens.
Beam us up.
Yeah, beam us up.
Yeah. You were lying down, looking up, saying, we're ready.
So I just remember we were there for so long. We were bathing in that sound for so long that my neighbor to my left fell asleep and started snoring.
Don't blame him.
And I was a little miffed because I was actually like quite relaxed and feeling myself, let go and like almost achieve sleep, but I couldn't because this person was rattling on next to me. And then I was kind of looking around at like the shaman or the guide or whoever to be like, I would think there's some sort of like
protocol.
Yes. You go over, you touch them with a feather, you do something, you send some frequency to their brain, like shut off the snoring. How do you do it? Make it happen. So we got through it though. It was lovely. It was fun. It was a giggle a minute. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, I remember there was a hole in the floor.
At the center of the room.
At the center of the room, there was a hole. Mm-hmm. And the guide, our leader, was like, all right, now one by one, as you're, whoever's inspired, move forward first. I hate it when they do shit like that. They're like, someone speak, someone, and you're like, I'll volunteer as Tribune, whatever. But like, I don't want it. Like, just someone do it. Just tell us 1, 2, 3 around the clock, clockwise, whatever. Some guy goes to the middle. He was like the first guy. He's like, I'm going to show all these people. And he goes, and they tell you like, say something or manifest something, make something happen over the hole in the floor. And he goes over it. I think he's like straddling this hole and he just starts to chant. Live my life, love my life, live my life, love my life. And I just remember Ryan and I locking eyes. And when you're like, we will remember this moment forever.
On our deathbed, we're going to be like, remember that guy? At the pearly gates, I'm going to ask God, did he really love his life?
Yeah. Was he manifesting it or was he showing gratitude? Either way.
But you know what that says to me?
It was a memory.
This is someone who is in deep pain, who is trying to tap into the fakery of positive thinking. And so their tears streaming down their face. They're saying, I love my life. I live my life. But in reality, they're going home to the cat and some microwavable dinner. Okay. That's what this man is, that's what he's doing. Okay. But yes, I remember that. I love my life. I live my life. I love my life. I live it. I also just want to reiterate to Whitney's point is that the room was very quiet.
Yeah, it was.
We've been bathing in just like very sort of sedate sound bath. And so for someone then to get up and be like, I love my life. I live my life. It was
a Broadway number. He broke out.
Yeah, it was startling. Yeah, I remember that. It was startling and good for him. I hope he does love his life and lives his life.
Yeah.
I hope he's somewhere,
living and loving and laughing.
I hope literally the aliens heard him say that and beamed him up. Beam him up to other ship. That was a landing.
That was a landing.
True.